We've arrived here at Water Valley and Billy has said to me, Ange, let's go for a drive. I'm going to show you some rub trees. Mate, this is a classic example of a rub tree. Why are they doing this?
Okay, first of all, I seen the deer rubbing yesterday. That's why I said, come on here. Now, the deer will do this at different stages of hard antler growth. One is to strip the velvet off their heads. Second is to mark the territory, Ange.
Right, so when we find this, we know they're in the area. You said you saw it last night. I tell you what, I want to go back to camp, get our gear ready. Hopefully we get this. It should be a good stag.
Find the culprit.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Get yourself comfortable. This stag anyway, why I've chosen this stag, just so it gives you an idea of what I'm looking at. This stag, you can see age, his left palm, he's worn. So when I say worn, he's there's not as many spellers, meaning that it's more older deer.
Yep.
The other side's still got plenty of spellers. They normally do that like left and right hand, you know. Mm-hmm. Genetics is a big thing and feed is another, right? But this is not a young stag. There are nicer stags in the area that will be better off if we let them breed and take this older fella out.
Gotcha.
So it's about management, and that's what you want. It's a nice deer. He's got nice long palms. Sometimes when they get the length, it doesn't show the width, but he's got a bit of everything, and that's why I'd rather shoot this stag, and he'll make a beautiful trophy. But I'd like to still manage the herd that's here.
Class him as a management stag.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope he gets up in a hurry, eh? So we're not sitting here for too long.
It's pretty warm, but it's amazing what you find during the day.
Billy, mate, what have we just come across? Mate, I'm sick of walking. I'm sitting down, but tell me what we've just found, mate. This is amazing.
This is awesome because if you are playing golf and this is a bigger hole, you can use it. No, this is, most deer species will create a rut stand.
Right.
Could be underneath a preaching tree, but what they do out here in the open in this case, can you smell that as well? For those who are not here at the moment,
vision, it's musky.
It's the deer will scrape. They call them scrapes, and a lot of the stags can be meters apart. And what they'll do is they'll scrape up and they'll lay in it. Okay. They also pee in it, so it's also their scent.
Yep.
But you'll find only in the rut time they'll do this, and this is where they want to create, or get their little girls and get their little herd happening. And this is exactly what you're witnessing.
So would this have been one deer? Because there's a couple of different holes.
No, sometimes I've witnessed they've shared the same spot. You'll see a lot of stags will tolerate other stags. There might be a relation, possibly, but a lot of the other times, one will go, the other guy will come. It's like an opportunity. But I have seen one stag control an area. It depends on numbers, but most of the time they will share. Another one will come and sit there. But generally, and in consistency, it'll be the one stag causing this.
Well, Water Valley was surely showing itself off. We had travelled around with Billy, having a look at all this beautiful country that we're looking at. The rolling hills, great pastures. There were certainly quite a few animals around. The red deer herds were amazing. There were some great stags in there. We were after a meat animal. With so many deer around, I was very keen to get myself a nice young meat animal. We came across plenty of stags. There was fallow deer. There was chital deer. There was everything I wanted. But the doe was eluding me and I really wanted to bring her home for the family. There was one thing on my mind, and that was lunch. So we quickly got in the car and went back for a feed. Arriving back at camp, I certainly wasn't disappointed. Gabs had put on an absolutely amazing treat for us. We quickly got into it, had our lunch, and we knew we had to head out to go get our doe. Being the middle of the day, I thought our chances were going to be slim. We ventured out to another side of the property, came across some of the natives, and finally got ourselves to a spot where we knew we were going to find that doe. In the tussock, they were pretty hard to see, but Billy had a keen eye, and I was very keen to get myself that young eater. There were so many deer around us, it was making it very difficult to actually get a shot. We decided to move into some of the thicker country with a timber tree line around us and some good cover. We finally got the opportunity. A nice young doe presented herself, and I was very keen to get in there and get a shot. Have a look at this young doe. She's running straight at me. With one quick look, I decided it wasn't quite the animal I wanted. Planning our stalk with Billy, it wasn't hard to determine which way we had to go. The wind was in our favour. We quickly got into position, and now I finally had my chance to take out this beautiful young meat animal. We did it, mate. Well done.
Yeah.
Good stalk.
Fantastic,
Good stalk.
man. It's always good to be able to succeed in something that you set out to get. And in this particular case, the wind is blowing very, very strong. And I don't, as a meat animal, I sometimes will prefer not as a neck or head shot, only because I don't like wounding an animal.
That's right, yeah.
We had an opportunity, and it was between a bit of bracken and timber.
Yeah, especially that timber that was right in front of me.
And I specifically asked Ange to shoot it behind the front shoulder. Ange, you've done an awesome shot.
Fantastic.
Honestly,
mate.
not for anything else in regards to where you put it is exactly where I wanted it done.
Great stuff.
Because behind the shoulder, you still get the rest of the animal.
Yeah, we don't damage any.
Absolutely not. Back straps, legs, shoulders, it's all still intact.
Fantastic.
So it's a great way to take a meat animal, man. Good.
Well,
well
guess
done,
what?
man.
We've got a bit of a walk back to the car. We'll get to the car. We'll come back, pick this nice girl up. She's going to make beautiful eating.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Awesome, awesome.
After a couple of missed opportunities, we finally found the right doe that I wanted to bring home for the family. We got a beautiful meat animal. Billy was very quick to get the knives out, process the animal. The day was drawing to an end, and all I could think about was tomorrow. After the break, we go back to the area where we found the big fella.